What's up, great people? This is Gail Dudley, and it is time for some news in motion. Come on in the room and at least let me know that you're here. It is Thursday, March the 10th, 2022. So much is going on. We still have the news in the Ukraine and the Russia war, but even beyond that, we have other news that we want to get to today. So come on in the room, people. Let me know you are in here today. Hey, get this. If you are driving, and you're listening by audio, now make sure you keep your eyes on the road. We don't want any accidents. I know we have a good time in the morning if you're tuning in live, or maybe you're checking it out on the replay. So it's afternoon or evening for you. But just know when you hear me say good morning to those who are coming in the room, it is because it is live and it is 7:25 a.m. Eastern time. So come on in the room, people. Let me know you're in here. Let me know your plans for the weekend. What do you plan to do? I see you, Hester. I see you, Adrian and Sardinia and Deborah Sneed and Louis Fur the third and Patricia Lyles. Wow, my siblings came in back to back. Katrina and Lori and Cherie. Lori, did the sweatshirt come yet? Let me know. I sent that priority. Let me know if that sweatshirt came in there. And if so, let me know how soft it is. Good morning, Marion Jackson. Good morning to you. I am just so excited to be here today. Yeah, there's a lot of news. We're going to get through most of it, maybe not all of it. Good morning, Kenny Stanley. What's up? Good morning. What they call you, Big K? All right, Jeffrey Allen James. Good morning to you as well. What? Fred Jones in the house. Good morning to my brother. Y'all, when I say brother, y'all, some of y'all think I got like a ton of brothers and sisters. I don't, because Ron Robinson just popped in too. He's my brother too. But anyway, it's just so good to see all of you. Now, the information yesterday, y'all really liked. Good morning, Rosanna. Y'all really liked that information yesterday. Good morning, Shirley. We received so many text message or DMs or whatever. Good morning, Kelly Lee. Excuse me. Good morning, Deborah Johnson. About the information on yesterday. Listen, I am making a commitment to the News in Motion family, the followers, the supporters. We're going to continue to bring you that type of content because it is important that we get empowered so that we can go forth and do what it is we need to do. Some of you asked a question, did we win the second appeal? We just submitted the second appeal on yesterday. It's called second level appeal. We just submitted that on yesterday. Someone else asked a question. Molly Moses, what's up, girl? Tony, I see you. And Pastor Alex, I see you as well. Many people have been asking some of the questions. When will we know? We won't know until the rehab facility also sends in their information. But we're moving forward with that. Some other questions were some of you saw John Gore's reply where he said in the House to transfer the name, it has to be 5 years and a day. That is correct. Some of you asked me the question yesterday, and this is for those of you who did not watch yesterday's segment. I would encourage you to do so, even if you just fast forward to the Wednesday workshop. I'm talking about long-term care and Medicare and all the information I learned, and I want to make sure I get it to you. And you said that some of you asked a question when I made a comment, if you try to dump assets, that's a federal offense. It is. It is. And they'll know that. Even if you sell the home, and we've been looking into this as well. I see you, Dying Ladybug and Latrice. Even if you sell the home, that becomes still asset because now they have the money from the sale of the home. So you have to really be proactive and start putting these things in place sooner than later. Now, when I talk about long-term care again on yesterday, I wasn't just talking about elderly or the seniors. I was also talking about anyone who has need of long-term care. Dying Ladybug said, great workshop yesterday. Look, that's what we're all about right here on News in Motion. So y'all, as soon as we continue to get information, I will put these things out here. I did speak with someone yesterday who has some serious information on not low income housing, but really housing education. I asked her, would she do a Wednesday workshop? So, y'all, Wednesday workshops are going to be thebomb.com. So, make sure you are tuning in. Some of you asked, would I be doing a webinar or part two? I don't know. I doubt it because things keep rolling. But these are different things that we need to look at and grow through. But we are so grateful for all the information, all the DMs, all the text messages and emails that we received. I mean, seriously. So there's that. All right, y'all. It is Thursday, March the 10th, 2022, and it's time for the headline news. I am your host, Gail Dudley, and we're just ready to go live and go all in. There's a lot of news I want to share with you today. Y'all got another inspirational message that I believe is going to bless you. If it'll bless you like it blessed me last night, early this morning, trust me, you may be running around in your house again. If you're driving, you're gonna have to figure out a way to just pull over, get your shout on the highway, off on the side of the road, get back in your car and go on to work or to school, wherever you're going, in a great mood. I see you, Regina and Dr. Antoinette and Donita. All right, y'all, let's go. Seriously, y'all, one day I'm going to jack up Isaiah and just put him in the thread so y'all can see him jamming. You know, again, that music, and I see Molly's on here, that music is themed by the great Bishop, Pastor, Brother Timothy Carpenter. And y'all know that's fly. Y'all know that's fly. But anyway, y'all, headline news for today. Breaking news. We received breaking news this morning. Diplomats failed to reach a deal for a ceasefire. The failure signals the 2-week-old war between Ukraine and Russia may not end anytime soon. Listen, President Zelensky's like, you ain't getting nothing over here. I don't know why you even bringing me demands. I'm not about to give you a daggone thing. That's really his attitude. All right, y'all. Nigeria, after attempts to reach a settlement failed, the United States will resume a lawsuit that aims to confiscate $150 million allegedly laundered by a member of the Nigeria's ruling party. Who does that? Who does that? Molly, tell your dad. Cherie Brooks Wallace in Baltimore with Power 52 Foundation. She said, Pastor Carpenter, we need some music too. Hello, somebody. That's how the connections work. I love it. Yeah, in Venezuela, their government released an oil executive after the U.S. delegation held low-profile talks in Venezuela. The United States is seeking to improve ties as global gas prices surge due to the war in Ukraine. In Guatemala, y'all, it's not just in the United States. In Guatemala, the legislator approved a bill that would punish abortion with a prison sentence of up to 10 years and ban same-sex marriage and classroom education on sexual diversity. Molly just tuned in from LinkedIn and said, yes, ma'am, I will. So there's that connection. Y'all, in the United States would need to donate 70 million COVID-19 vaccine doses per month to reach its target of 1.2 billion doses delivered internationally by this fall, according to watchdog group Public Citizen. Current monthly donations total about 55 million doses. So that's happening. Y'all, guess what? We've been following the South Korea election. Well, it's returning to Conservative Party power with over 99% of the votes counted early yesterday. Well, Thursday would be the day for them. No, it'll be, what are they? They're in Friday. Okay. The main opponent, the Conservative Party, had 48.6%, and it was against the Democratic Party, which was 47.8%. That's a close fought presidential election in South Korea. All right, y'all, U.S. First, they were giving them planes, and they said no. Then they were going to give them the planes, and they said no. Well, finally, U.S. rejects the plan to send Polish fighter jets to Ukraine. What? Now, Poland's already sent their planes to the Ukrainians. U.S. was supposed to replace the planes. They ain't doing it. The spokesperson said the plan, and this actually came from Axios reporting, raises serious concerns for the entire NATO alliance. Really? So, y'all, in BBC News, the Pentagon stopped the plan that would deliver Russian-made, say that, okay, MiG-29 fighter jets from Poland to Ukraine in exchange for US made F 16s. Officials said the deal, which includes an intermediate stop at the US base in Germany, can be construed as a conflict against Russia. Well, there's that. Yeah, BBC, this is sad news. 3 people were killed, less seven, and at least 17 people injured after a Russian airstrike reportedly hit a maternity hospital in southern Ukraine. So please be in prayer for all of them. Y'all, for those of you who may not have expressed yourself as women during the International Women's Day on March the 8th, or maybe you just haven't gotten your groove yet for Women's History Month this month, I want you to think of something. Number one, women, I'm giving you, when we're on the air, this the thread to post your information. Now, post if you have a business, a side hustle, or a brand that you're trying to promote, whether it's your mission statement or whatever, please post that in a thread. And for everyone else, please do what we do and support those businesses. You may say, I don't need that. Well, it's never too early to buy Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, wedding gifts, graduation gifts, whatever. Just go ahead, or just because, a gift just because. So, women, go ahead and post those things in there. And y'all, let's share it. And again, for those of you say, I just can't afford anything right now, listen, to share that information with someone else, that's absolutely free. That is free. So, women, go ahead and do that. And as you're doing that, we're going to once again play the video we're playing during Women's History Month. But I want you to look at this video differently today. I want you to look at each individual person. I want you to pay particular attention to the young lady on the punching bag where we say strong. And I want you to dig deep and find your strength to do everything that God is calling you to do in this season. With that, I want to make sure there was a glitch in our guests. Website on Tuesday. There was a glitch. And we'll get that thread off of there in a moment. There was a glitch, and it was not showing shipping in certain areas. She has since fixed that glitch. With that glitch being fixed, I need all of you to go back to her site. And it's in Tuesday's thread. Go back to her site and purchase. Y'all, let's support that young lady and her business. If every one of us would purchase hair, though, even those the ones of us live, if we would purchase one bottle of that hair oil, one bottle of that hair oil, we could change her life. And then once we try it and we see that it's working, we share that with someone else. Y'all, that is how this works. And yes, I'm taking time to talk about this because I think it's important. Those of you who are already looking at wedding venues or destination weddings or graduations or whatever kind of event, y'all, Regina Shorts is on here. Now, there's 2 Reginas, but it's Regina Shorts with 2 T's. She's on here. She does event planning. We saw Katrina has the Carol's Kitchen and Catering. We saw Deborah. If you can put Deborah's back up, please. She has DJ the Dream Coach and greeting cards. You see Cherie with Power 52. That's a nonprofit out of Baltimore, Maryland, y'all. We need to sew into them. You can do a donation or buy the merch. You have Lori Wallace, y'all. She talks about the workshop was awesome. And then she says, let's set the atmosphere, interior design, and home decor support. Y'all, and then her production. Y'all, we gotta do this. Good morning, Mary Jenkins. We have to do this. So please let's support. Let's support. And for those of you like, you're not talking about the men. This is Women's History Month. We'll get to the men later. We will. And then y'all don't forget the new merch out of News in Motion. Check out our merch as well. We are a grassroots media organization. Y'all can check out our merch in the merch store. Also, Latrice Jones, y'all, Luxurious Life Jewelry, where she says we give you the star treatment by enhancing your inner beauty. They do that and some. She also will help you with your outfits and lay things out and put jewelry with it. So, y'all, let's sew in. And again, if you say, well, I like that and I can't afford it, but I don't need that right now, just sew anyway. Keep it and give it as a gift later. There's so many things we need to do to broaden our perspective. So with that said, as you're continuing to put in the chat, and I see you, Diane Ladybug, Miss Ladybug's Unlimited Creativity. Check me out on her Facebook page. Y'all, she also has a book called The Morning Message. Don't forget her book as well. I don't know who's all in here, so I don't want to just start calling names, but y'all support, support, support. So as you're filling up the thread, Mary Jenkins sign, right, notary services, providing document notarization nationally. So you have that. So you need a notary. We talked about a notary yesterday. Boom, there's one in this thread right there. Okay, Ron Robinson, thank you, my brother. Support, support, support. Okay, Isaiah, play the video, please. Yes, all of you, you're doing a thing. And I just want to say congratulations to everything that you're doing. All right, back to the news. New York Times is reporting the first person to have his failing heart replaced with that of a genetically altered pig in a groundbreaking operation died on Tuesday afternoon at the University of Maryland Medical Center 2 months after the transplant. Y'all, AP is reporting U.S. authorities have broadly expanded the use of a smartphone app during the coronavirus pandemic to ensure immigrants released from detention will attend deportation hearings. So, y'all, they're tracking more than 125,000 people from an app. They either have to take a selfie and send it in, let them know their destination, where they're currently marked, or answer the phone after so many rings. It's really weird, but that's happening. I just thought I'd let y'all know. Y'all, Variety reports, and these are for people who are into filmmaking and media outlets or whatever. Indie film studio A24 pulls in 225 million investment, valuing the studio behind Moonlight and Uncut Gems at 2.5 billion, y'all. That is with the B. Hollywood Reporter shares. And I don't know if I missed this or if y'all missed this, but we didn't talk about this. I'm like, what just happened here? Y'all, Black Panther director Ryan Coogler falsely accused of robbing Bank America in January. Yeah, that's what happened. Here's a quote from Bank of America's. It says, "We deeply regret that this incident occurred. It never should have happened, and we have apologized." Yeah, that's what happened, y'all. The director said it was mistaken. He was mistaken for a bank robber in an Atlanta branch of Bank of America and was briefly handcuffed before local police officers realized he was never in the wrong. The Atlanta Police Department admitted that the detention was a case of mistaken identity, and Bank of America said it has apologized to the Hollywood director. Now, he has since accepted the apology, and he says the situation should have never happened. However, Bank of America worked with me and addressed it to my satisfaction, and we have moved on. This is what Ryan said in a statement by the Hollywood Reporter. Do what? Ron Robinson said he wrote a note for a withdrawal and gave it to the teller. He did. I mean, it was so weird. And so they said he was a bank robber. That's happening. That's happening. And these are things we need to know. Not immediately going on boycott, because he came out and said, okay, it's all cool. Speaking of such, there was this video I seen recently, and I don't have all the details yet, so I'm not really sharing it. But recent last year, well, actually it was 2020, June of 2020. They call him the oh, what did they call him? Not the bank robber, the bike robber at a Walmart, where the man paid for a bike for his son. He was riding it close in the area where the bikes were, just to see the sturdiness of it. And he got arrested, and he had a receipt. He paid for it. But an employee, I guess, reported it that he stole the bike. And the police were just brutal to this guy. And it happened right around the time of the murder of George Floyd. Did y'all know about that? I'm like, where's all this coming from, and why are we being silent on that? Dr. Antoinette said she saw that video. I'm like, what's going on here? So yeah, y'all be careful out there. Be careful. Just be careful. Market Watch report that some 4.3 million Americans voluntarily left their jobs in January. Yeah, y'all, 4.3. Job openings of 11.3 million, down slightly from December record, per the Labor Department job openings and labor turnover survey. Now, y'all get this. Almost 48 million. Almost 48 million people quit their jobs. This is an annual record, reports CNBC. Y'all, 48 people. If we, I've been asking why. They're saying they want better pay. They're saying they want to work from home. People are saying they did better from remote work, and now they're going back in. They're like, I'm not doing that. I've been too comfortable at home. I'm not going back. Just so much. People are saying they're demanding either contracts or something else that's going on. They're starting businesses. And a lot of them, y'all, are millennials. A lot are millennials. And I can, because I have to, millennials are like, we ain't doing that. And they're serious about it. I'm like, wow, I love y'all's guts. I absolutely love the guts. Y'all, Mashable.com reports, y'all can see this is light news today, a little bit. For close to a year now. Y'all know I talked about the Tinder swindler, right? Well, after all of this has come out, they decided we better do some background checks. So they're now testing a feature, or they have released it after testing a feature to let you run background checks on matches, partnering with nonprofit platform Garbo to integrate the service for its users. So as of right now, Tinder members can now access it via the App Safety Center, which is being touted as the first of its kind partnership within the realms of a dating app. So y'all, Tinder is offering 2 free background check searches for each user for the launch. Now get this, you get 2 free ones. You better find that dude or that girl, do that background check. You get 2. So choose wisely. Okay. And if you don't do the background check and they say, hey, babe, it was great going to dinner with you last night, but right now I'm held up in Africa and I need $500,000. You need to go, no. Who would have helped you before we met and went to lunch last week? Call them, because I can't help you. Seriously, y'all, this is happening. If you have not watched that documentary yet, watch it. I'm telling y'all, I sat there like, I could have never done that. They were opening up credit cards, American Express cards, sending that dude money, and he was taking some other chick out on his jet that was rented somewhere else. Y'all, so much is going on there. Please use that wisely. Please use that wisely. All right, y'all, we want to have a little bit of fun. And, all the mask mandates, they're lifted. As of March the 26th, all 50 states will be free of the mask. I'm still wearing mine. And it was funny. I gotta tell y'all this side thing real quick. I was in TJ Maxx yesterday. Yep, TJ Maxx. And I was laughing so hard. And so this other woman said, this is the one thing y'all cannot change. Y'all, everybody was still 6 feet apart. And so somebody in the line said, thank y'all for having 6 feet apart because I'm not playing with that. I don't like y'all up on me. She is saying it loud. Y'all, she was a little woman. I won't say old. She was an elder woman, and she was serious. She said we should have never been up on top of each other anyway. And people in line started clapping. I said, "Oh, I like TJ Maxx. Keep me 6 feet apart, y'all. Keep me 6 feet apart." And yes, Deborah Sneed, I'm still wearing my mask as well. All right, y'all. Here's 10 places to travel this summer. All right, 10 places. Number one, Australia. I know I was like, where is she going with this? Y'all, Australia. Now they're saying Australia reopened its borders to fully vaccinated international visitors, and there were many tearful reunions of families. I went on and looked at the video, and it was tearjerker. But they said Australia now requires those who are not fully vaccinated to have a travel exemption, and they're also subject to quarantine requirements. So don't think you're all the way done. Number two, New Zealand. New Zealand says they've opened up their borders and they also have rules. You can go to the border closures and exceptions to see their rules, but you have to be vaccinated if you're coming in from the United States. They called us out. Number three, Vietnam. Vietnam said they're fully open, but they do have other requirements. So you need to check these requirements before you just book. Number four, Malaysia. Y'all, there was this meme yesterday on Instagram where this young woman was talking about she's in a point of her life where she wants to try new foods, do new things, travel the world. And she said she is done with relationships that are toxic. Now I'm paraphrasing what she said, and I agree with everything she said there. But when she talked about traveling the world, I said, yes, that's what we need to do. Y'all, stop thinking it costs a whole bunch of money. Just start saving and doing some things. Don't forget, we're still trying to become debt free by Easter, y'all. We can still do it. So, number four, Malaysia. Now, Malaysia, it says the good news coming from this side of the world is that you're looking for a second quarter to invite tourists back. You can, because their rules, they don't have any. Number five, the Philippines. The Philippines, you have to have a negative COVID test results, and then to leave out of there, you have to have a negative COVID result. Number six, Singapore. Singapore has zero tolerance COVID policy, and it began easing restrictions. You do have to have a negative COVID test within 48 hours of departure. Let me share this too. We've been finding this online as well. Because people are so eager to start traveling, y'all, the lines for these tests, when you go to schedule a test, it is almost difficult. And some travel will not allow you to accept the at-home COVID test. With that being said, don't forget, this is the week. This is the week. I was reminded the other day. This is the week for another free set of tests. So even if you've ordered free tests from the government before, this week, right now, you can order again. Just go to COVID tests with an s.gov and order. You can order your second set, so you can do that. Number seven is Bali. That's one place I do want to go. You have to have a negative COVID test, and if you are not vaccinated, you have to wear your mask. Number eight, hello, somebody. You have to be fully vaccinated. Mhm. And you even though you're fully vaccinated, you have to undergo a 5-day quarantine when you get there. So make sure you schedule 10 days instead of 5, because you got 5 of those that you got to quarantine. Number 9, Cambodia. Cambodia, they don't have any restrictions that I see. I missed one. Number 10, Mongolia. And then you have to have a negative COVID test, and you have to have received your booster. So that's what's happening, y'all, when it comes to travel. That's what's happening. All right, y'all. Before I sign off today, and I have to give you the inspirational message, I want to give you, I still get the White House, y'all. This is so cool. I even get when the man's putting on his jacket to go get on the jet. I'm like, I don't know if I want to know all this. But anyway, we get all this. So again, I can't share these as in forwarding to them to you, but I can read some of them, and then I can also write articles around them. But real quick, Joe Biden, almost called him Bo Biden. President Joe Biden signed two executive orders. One is for new digital asset executive orders, and the second one is of course, his ban on imports of Russia oil, liquefied natural gas, and coal. Now, this is all good, but when I saw the one that talked about the new digital assets, this is what I have to say to you, President Biden. Seriously, you've signed a significant amount of executive orders just in the last month. Significant. Can you please explain to those of us who voted for you why you have not signed an executive order for voting rights? That's my question. That's my question. I think it's a fair question. And I would love for you, President Biden, either you or one of your executives, Madam Vice President, to come join us here on News in Motion to talk about this. Executive orders are being signed every day, on almost every day, when I look at the past 30 days. But you have not signed one on voting rights. And we want to know why. Because we really desire going into midterms that there's something done where we can freely vote and not be choked, not be discriminated against, not be oppressed, not suppress our vote, not be intimidated, not be knocked down or turned away. We want you to sign, because they're not doing it in the chambers. We're asking you. No, not only are we asking, we desire for you to sign an executive order, because we got Manchin and Sinema who's not going to play ball. So at this point, and Chuck Schumer's out of all of his extras because he's used them on everything else. Now, we thank you for the anti-lynching bill. It's now a hate crime for anything like that. That took too long, and that failed 200 times before it was passed. But right now, we are asking you, we desire you to sign an executive order for voting rights. And again, you are welcome to join me right here. I won't be tough on you. I actually like you, but I need to have an answer to that question. I need to have an answer to that question. So what I'm asking, our call to action today for all of the viewers here on News in Motion, is to go to wh.gov, wh.gov. And in the comment section, because you can now do comments, this is Thursday, the comment line is open. In there, you do two things in the comment line. Number one, ask for an executive order for voting rights. Number two, let President Biden know that there's this broadcast that comes on at 7:25 a.m. every morning, Monday through Thursday. And I would love to interview him. Let him know we have a unique audience. Here's an opportunity for him to reach some different people who's going to make a change, because we deal with relevant commentary and a call to action. And tell him to stay on, because he's going to get some inspiration too. And with that said, y'all, here's the inspirational message for today, and that is opportunities. Opportunities. I got to give y'all this scripture. Revelation 3:20 says, "Here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with that person and they with me." I'll read that again. Here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with that person and they with me. Again, that's Revelation 3:20 out of the New International Version. Opportunities. God is knocking at your door right now. Don't you hear it? Don't you hear a knocking noise? He's knocking at your door. He's knocking at your door saying, I bring to you opportunities. See, we're so busy closing everyone off and everything off that we're closing off the opportunities that God has specifically for you and for me. We're afraid of the opportunity. We don't know if there's some strings attached to the opportunity. We don't know, but if we spend enough time with God, if we would take our daily meditation and spend with God and hear from Him and develop an intimate relationship with Him, He will let you know. I'm telling y'all, trust me. He will let you know, not them, not no, just say no. No, no explanation. Just say no, thank you, and keep it moving. I've heard that before. There's been an impression on my heart where I'm like, oh, this. He's like, no, no, wrong one. That's a devil disguise. That's a not that one. And but then he'll say, that one, yeah, yeah. And he makes it so plain for you. Now, here it is, tied back into yesterday's inspirational message, where I talked about make room for your gifts because your gifts are really big. Well, see, when these opportunities come, they'll be so big that you know it's from God because He's going to prepare you to accept the assignment. Here's something else, y'all. Every assignment is not for you. It's not for you. So even as we are continuing in this Lenten season, we need to ask God, God, show me, clarify my assignments. And within those assignments are more opportunities. There are more opportunities. You know, it's so easy, especially when you see dollar signs attached to things. You're like, oh, this is it. All money's not good money, even if it's coming from good people. Let that sink in. All money is not good money, even if it's coming from good people. Don't be quick to say yes. Y'all pray about that thing. Now, if you've already prayed to God and asked Him for something and it appears, don't question that because you asked for it and He answered. But when you're seeking and you're waiting and you're listening and people see where you're headed and see where you're going, I'm transparent. So let me share this with y'all and I'm out of here. Last week, I was working with somebody to do something. And then at the last minute, they weren't able to do it. And they kind of like just ghosted me. They disappeared, whatever. And I was like, okay, no problem. Well, they did their research on the back side and not the front side. Y'all know I believe in vetting people on the front side. So then they slide me a DM and they start their DM with these words. And let me read them to you. They start this like, I had no idea who you were. First of all, I'm just a child of the Most High God, so don't put me in no other category. They go on to say, I've done some digging. It's my fault that I was not able to accommodate the request that I had asked for. But now that I know who you are and your followers list, can I have another opportunity? No. No, because now it's not genuine because you did your research on the flip side and you saw something and you want to now attach. Y'all be careful for people who just want to jump on. Be careful. So, y'all, there's good opportunities and there's bad opportunities. The only way you'll be able to distinguish the difference is being in an intimate relationship with God, who's going to warn you of those good and those bad. All right, y'all, that's all the time I have today. It's been a great week here on News in Motion. If you did not watch the Wednesday workshop yesterday, I would encourage you to do so and share that video. Share that video. I did not realize how many people are currently dealing with someone in their family that's having to deal with long-term care. Y'all, that video, share it. All right, y'all, stay well. I don't care what they've dropped. Y'all stay well. And remember, y'all, until Monday, I'll be back Monday, God willing. But remember, y'all, in the meantime, make some bold moves. I'm out.